Okay, what you should do to get this started, you want to install Postman, and we're going to install Express. The goal is to create this web resource, and this web resource will return this. Okay, so the first thing is we need to set up a web server. This is allow us to make HTTP calls. So let's do that. We need to first install this software called Express. I will go to my terminal here. And my machine is pointing to this folder right here. Let's install Express, npm. In fact, let's not do Express first. What I want to do first is write this line of code to make a point. Const Express is equal to require Express. Save it. Let's do a node now and run 01 web resource. And notice how it's saying Express cannot be found because we need to install it first in this case. So let's do an npm I, or you can write the whole word install. It's up to you. And this will install Express on my machine. Notice I get this folder here and I get this package lock. So you should see that on yours. So far so good. Let's write this code out, const, and I'm going to say here app and I'm going to type in here Express. You're calling this right here. So when you do this require Express, that gives you this variable, which is a function. You can now execute that function, and the result here is app. Now what this is going to allow you to do next is that we're going to set up the server, meaning that, what happens, how do I get to this server? So remember right here, when I run this HTTP, localhost 9215 is going to this server on this port. So let's first define the server up and running. So what I'll do here is I'll say here const server is equal to app, which is this variable right here, and I will tell it to listen on port 9215. This takes an argument of a function, and remember one of the ways you can write a function is using the arrow syntax, the arrow function, and this basically means a function with no parameters, and this is its body. We'll then do a console log here. Console log here, and we'll say here server is running port number 9215. We'll say that. Okay. This will just show us that the server's up and running. Okay, so let's see. Let's run this and see what happens. So I'll clear the screen here, give you a little bit more room here. And this is all it really takes to get a server up and running. If I say here node 01 web resource, my server's up and running. I've already installed Postman on my machine. So I'll bring up Postman to show you what I use it for, or what you will use it for also. Or you can use the browser in this case if you needed to do something with Postman. So right here, I've defined this server that goes to 9215. I want to see if I submit what happens. Okay. I think it made it to the server, but I don't have like a default web page. You see how he's saying 404 not found? It made it to my server, but it didn't find anything that it could use useful right now. It didn't find an index page. It didn't find anything. I'm going to break my server by focusing on this area. You always want to shut it down, or I'll shut it down by clicking on Kill Terminal. If I run this again, I should get a different error message. So notice that it can't even find the server. Okay, so got no response. Even though we got a 404, that's a response from the server saying, hey, I can't find what you're looking for. Okay, but you got something. This one is no server, no response at all. So you've got a server up and running. Does it do anything right now? No, it doesn't. The goal is to make it do something, of course.